everyone, I'm me from group 3. So today we just had a short video with the management, some situation about delegate the job to the staff. Good afternoon, Samita.
Good afternoon, mate.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing? I hope you are doing very well with the CLTB.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
So it's need your help today. We just have short interview with you. What do you think about delegating the two staff in your department?
I'm a person. If I talk about my career, I'm here because of the delegation. Right? I'm here because of the delegation of my bosses, which I had previously. So I really believe on delegation. I'm a person 100% believed on delegation.
So normally, what job you are always given to your staff?
It's like this. Before I answer that question, I must say that the delegation is not something a day-to-day work, right? So it has to come with a plan. So basically, when we talk about development, individual development, we have two things. One is people development and one is career development. So this delegation part comes with a career development. Basically, before I delegate something, I have to have a plan on that person. It's not the individual plan. It's not the personal development plan, which means train the person on performing current job. To perform the current job, the delegation is not much required. But to perform a future job, that's where the delegation comes into work. So the first thing is need to have a good, well-planned career plan for an individual. Based on that, then the supervisor will allocate. Based on that, the next one is, so the first one is the career development plan for the individual. Then the next one is the supervisor must know what are the strengths and weaknesses and opportunities and threats, all these four things with this particular individual. Based on that only, he can delegate his work. The purpose should be, his target should be to bring you, for example, you to perform a future job. So that's a well-planned delegation. That's how I see it.
So what do you feel about good and not good when you delegate the job to your staff?
Yeah, it's like this now. Like I said, the same answer before. If delegation failed, that's not because of the individual who's trying to perform, it's because of the supervisor. So if we have not planned it well before, if you are trying to delegate something just because that you want to get rid of that, it's not a delegation. For example, I have too many work, now I'm trying to give some work to you. So that's not called delegation. Basically, I see that that's my negligence. I want to get rid of that. So that's not how it works as I see. So the delegation again, it should come with a proper plan. I must have that genuine career development plan for you. I should think that okay, it's like this is a ladder, right? So I also have a ladder to climb up. Then before I climb one step up, when I climb one step up, my head here has a gap. So then I have to have a plan how to fill that gap. Then only I can move to the next ladder, right? So like that, if the answer to your question, if I could not plan that well, right? Which means if I just give you something, if I delegate you something just because I can't handle that part or I want to get rid of that part, that's not the purpose, right? So I should have a genuine plan, genuine a target that I need to develop you, right? This is what you do now, this is your current job, but in maybe this maybe after a few months or after a few years, I want you to be like this. So then I want to map that one, how to fill that gap, right? That should be my target. That's where this delegation part starts, as I see it. So then again, then I have the plan. Then I will look into, okay, let's say now I'm going to delegate you something, right? It's not just because I want to get rid of something. I have a previous plan, right? Then based on that, little by little, okay, I will okay, now this period I will try to delegate this part, these functions. Before I delegate, then I have to see whether your capabilities, that 4 things we discussed, right? What are your strengths to take over this one? What are your weaknesses, right? By taking this one, will you have opportunity in future? If you take this part, will you have opportunity in future? And if you not take this part, what are the threats that you might have to face in future business? For example, now we can take this period, right? With this COVID-19, we have a lot of challenges in business. So you might see in the company also, our companies also, we are trying to go for more delegation, right? So it's better if we could have that that plan early, not just because of this corona situation. This is where our business want to be in next few years, right? Then when we map out our business where our business want to be in next few years, the business in the sense, yes, outside customer as well as our people also. So we should not forget, by that time when we map out our business from current to future, we should not forget our people, current to future. Because these people will bring this business from current to future. It's their current capabilities and future capabilities which is required to perform future business. So that's why if we fail, again back to your question, I talked much. The answer to your question, we fail, yes, but if we fail, that failure not just because of you are not capable, we could not plan that well before we assign you that job. So I think it's better to have the proper delegation plan with career development and each individual's SWOT analysis.
Well, so how you support your staff when you delegate the job to them?
Again, the same. I think it's more similar for me. Support has to be done with the plan, right? So that's why once I'm going to delegate something, I should know before delegate this will work or not, right? Let's say I should have a guess. Okay, this will work 80%. Why? I know what are your capabilities. I know your strengths, weaknesses. I know where you will fail, right? It's not a testing. It's not testing, right? When I'm going to give you something, right? If I'm going to give you something, then after you fail, if we both fail you, it's no point. There's no point. It's a waste of time, right? So people do. I know people do these things, but then only they realize that okay, there's no point of having this delegation. So it all comes with the plan.
So how in your department you always delegate the job to one person or each person?
So it's like this now. Currently, in my department has only one person. So obviously, I have only one person. So let's talk about my other experience. So previously, I had about 30 direct reports to me. Then by that time, it was like that a challenging, right? Because everybody has to perform the same job that time, but they also had different capabilities. So it's a challenge. It was a challenging part. But can I ask the question again?
Yes.
Can you repeat the question again?
In your department, you also delegate the job to one person or this person to the next person like that.
So like that. So again, if I try to give, for example, now we have one job, right? We have a particular job activity, right?
Yes.
If I have some direct reports, right, then I might have for each and every individual a career development plan, right? But not all the people can perform this in the same level, right? Then when I'm giving that one also, I should have the priorities, right? Again, it's based on each and every person's individual development plan, the career development plan. Based on that only I will be assigning, not just because of that I want to try. It's like this, I have you, I have another few people, I want to give you all the same job. Then I will see, okay, you will also do, you will also do, you will also do. Who will success? Then I will plan. It's not like that. So that's why I told I should not do that testing part, right? Again the same thing. I'm coming back. I should know what are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Then I should have that discussion with them one to one. Okay, these four things: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that you have in future. Because of this, your strength, you can take this one. If you not take this opportunity, right, you will have a threat in future. Okay, then for you to take this opportunity, you have some strength also and you have some weaknesses also. If you not correct these weaknesses, you will have a threat. So this is an opportunity I give you to improve your strengths and overcome your weakness. It's an opportunity to try out, right? It's not just giving the job and seeing that whether you are failing or you are succeeding.
So do you have comment on your staff when you delegate the job?
Oh my god, it's a tough question. It's like that. Like I said, when I delegate work also.
Current now, you ask current now.
Yeah, current to be over. I tell obvious thing. So when I give the job, for example, for you, let me give a comment on you. I also don't know your capabilities 100%, right? We have discussed. Yeah, I know what are your strengths. You're really good with follow up, right? Then I know what are your weaknesses, right? Then what are the opportunities you have? What are the threats you have, right? We know that. We had that discussion. So that also, I would say we would succeed in 80%. Currently, 80%. That 20%, right? 20% failure because of your weaknesses and my inabilities to plan it well, identify whether before I give you something, maybe I might overload you with your current activities, right? I'm not giving you enough time to perform that new job. So those are the things. We have to map out proper. Right? That's why I say I'm telling this. I'm repeating this again and again. So delegation is not a testing. Right? It's a well planned career development function.
So how you check and evaluate the job after you delegate?
It's like this. It's basically the KPI. It's nothing else. It's completing the job, right, with the correct standard. Then the KPI, achieving the deliverable. That's it.
So can you share one situation you delegate successful and another fail you had failed or not?
Successful delegations. So one successful delegation, not here. Here I don't have much delegation. So one is when I was going to transform employee to value addition, right? I was handling the QA function and planning function. So after I been transferred here, by the time also there were no any complications with the current processes and with the people, right? So I see that as a good transformation. And in my previous, I have much experience in my previous company. When I was going to resign from there, to Vietnam, then that was the huge challenge that I had, because I was handling about 1,000 team members with another 30 direct supervisors. So that was a big part to delegate. So since I knew the people and their capabilities most of the time, it was success more than 90%. So the failures I would take here, not with my direct colleagues, right? Not with, because here only you and me. So other delegations, we failed in the screen room delegation, right? Most of the time, most of the activities that we try to do, that's also because of that the people are new to the process, right? So we did not have good a way of training people and way of operating in the department. We did not have that standards, right? So because of that, the management could not delegate the work properly with the team. So that's the biggest failure that I have seen in this period.
Did you receive delegate the job from your boss?
Of course.
Yeah. So do you have any comment on that, or you want to have something to put on that?
It's like this. I don't know whether my boss had a plan, like I think. But anyway, like I told you, I'm here because of that delegation they had on me. Because I was a person, I was trying to, I was willing to change. When there was a change, I was not resisting much. I also have some resistance, but I did not have much resistance to change in my career. I have been changing because I was started in somewhere. Right? I have studied something else, then I have started my work something else, different thing. Then after I resigned from Sri Lanka, I came here to join for something else. Then again transferred to new lead, then again something else. But still I'm taking more responsibilities. I'm willing to take more responsibilities. So because of that delegation.
So in my opinion, I see that some management they afraid, they scared to delegate the job to the
people. That's right. I would say I am afraid to give you something if I feel that you're not capable of doing that, right? So that's why again I don't know how people interpret this delegation different ways. This is my personal view. When you decide to delegate something, you should not be afraid, right? If you are afraid, you should not think about delegation. That's it. Delegation will not come where you don't, if you don't know your capabilities, right? Your individual's capabilities. You should not think about that. You should forget. Okay, no delegation. Do the same way you used to do. Fine. Right? But before you think about the word delegation, you should map out your people career development plan. That's it.
Thank you for the interview.
Okay, thank you, me.
Thank you, and hope you continue my mentor in my Cldp.
Yeah, sure.